Donald Trump normalized everything. Can he normalize a coup? Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Number two, one of the big lessons that Donald Trump has learned through his years being in the center of the New York tabloid media world is that he can normalize just about anything. You know, when he was having an affair on his first wife, Ivana, with Marla Maples and got her pregnant, the newspapers were outing him for his affair. So what does he do? He calls up the newspaper, pretending to be his own publicist, John Barron, and says, Marla says it's the best sex ever. And then the reporter on the other end says, does Marla really say that? And Trump says, oh, yes. And then a voice on the other side of the room goes, yes, it's the best ever. Who was probably Michael Cohen. I mean, but it had changed the entire newspaper narrative, right? And Trump once more proved to himself that he can normalize just about everything, anything. In the last 4 years, he has normalized lying to the American people on a daily basis. We're no longer shocked by this. It's no longer a news story. Putting lobbyists in charge of virtually every federal agency and looting the federal treasury. We don't talk, it's not a big... Chad Wolf's wife just got $6 million in contracts from the DHS, and he's our secretary of DHS. I mean, that would have brought down the Obama administration, that kind of corruption. But, breaking laws like the Hatch Act right out in public. He's even normalized being accused of rape. He's had 2 women accuse him of rape since he's been president. No big deal. He's so normalized ignoring the pandemic that his followers routinely expose themselves to a deadly disease without a second thought. I mean, it's like no matter what Trump or the corrupt, sleazy members of his administration do, day after day, the collective news cycle across America just shrugs its shoulders, and now he's normalizing fascism. He's normalizing federal police taking over our cities, colluding with foreign autocrats, criminalizing protest, and ignoring the result of elections. We have armed vigilantes in our streets, and he praises them as he normalizes a situation that this country has not seen since the Civil War. I mean, in the entire history of our country, one of the most highly cherished and praised values of our country is the peaceful transfer of power. And now Trump is not only denying that he's going to support a peaceful transfer of power, and which is how it's being portrayed in the media. Oh, he refuses to say yes. He's actually said no. I mean, he's trying to normalize the idea that states can simply change their laws right around the election so their legislatures can direct their own votes to the electoral college, which is what Florida was preparing to do. I've got a piece over at alternate.org about that right now. It's what the legislature in Florida was doing on November 29th, 2000. Directing their electoral votes to George W. Bush in the event that the recount showed Al Gore won Florida. Thom Paine talked about the heartbeat of democracy being the vote. Donald Trump is trying to rip that heart out of our republic. We can't let him do it. Speak out, double check your voter registration at iwillvote.com. Sign up to phone bank over at indivisible.org. There's lots we can do.
Is the Thom Hartmann Program.
Contact your elected officials. Express your outrage on social media. We need to use every tool we have. Help your friends get registered to vote.